Well, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this part of the world at this moment right now. Thank you for joining me today. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh, the real Brian Lagunas. This is the legitimate Brian Laguners. I like to say the Lagunae. So I actually have 4 brothers. And we are the Lagunae clan. But the real Brian Lagunas, you know what? You got the name. You're considered a brother now. Welcome to the Lagunae clan. Oh, I'll tell you what. Learning stuff is hard. I was up all night just trying to learn new things. And it's exhausting, right? Especially the older you get, learning just is harder. Is it just me? Or just the older you get, it's just more difficult. Or at least it comes slower, right? Like my brain just doesn't pick things up as fast as it used to. The struggle is real. So, today, I figured we would continue our dialogue journey. Let me just go ahead. Let's just jump right into it. Enough of the chit chat. Enough of the chit chat. Let's just hop into it. But before I do, I have to announce something. Like, this is really cool. If you do Xamarin development, you might care about this. So, Infragistics. Durgut Vlad. Vlad, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining. If you do Xamarin development, you care about what Infragistics just did. Yesterday, they made their Xamarin product only 99 bucks. Yeah. Here, I'm going to paste that link in there. But if you scroll down, you get the app map, the toolbox, right? All the configurators, and all these crazy controls. Where are they? Where are they? Right here. All these controls for 99 bucks. Look at that. That's ridiculous. If I didn't work here, I'd jump all over that. That's a steal. You know, that's normally like 700 bucks, like 695 or something like that. I don't know. I think it's like a end of year sale blowout thing. I don't know what they're doing. It's awesome though. I'm 100% behind it. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to our outlook. For the uninitiated, what's the explain like I'm 5 for Xamarin? Oh. So if you don't know what Xamarin is a platform, .NET platform that allows you to, or framework I should say, that allows you to write code once and create iOS, Android, and UWP, right? If you care about that. Applications with one code base for mobile. And you share it. It's like one ViewModel, like same code, same UI, but you target all those different platforms. So it's really easy to deliver value or deliver an application. One code base. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. But today, I have decided that we are going to abandon the try to solve all the navigation problems in a region dialog. Gonna abandon it. So I'm gonna back out everything I did for that. I'm gonna back all that stuff out because you know what? It doesn't apply to what we're doing in this app. In this specific app, we don't need that functionality. So I'm just gonna remove all this stuff. I region and manager aware. We don't need that in this app. So I will remove that. I will remove the region manager aware behavior. Don't need that. That means I have to modify some code here, which is this person there, that guy right there. Yeah. Oh, so we fixed that. And was there anywhere else we were using anything? Let's see. Yep, we were using that there. So we can remove that. delete that. Okay, we're showing the ribbon here. Okay, I think we fixed that view. Let's go to this message view. Okay. Get rid of that because we're no longer going to be navigating. That was just a test, right? We were just testing that. So for now, we will get rid of this. And this. Okay. I think we're back to normal. Let me rebuild this. Let me just see. I want to make sure I didn't break anything, which I probably did. Yeah, I just didn't want to spend too much time trying to write a dialog service for Prism that supports region navigation and all the crazy stuff that can happen in there. I'd rather us just focus on this app and do what we need to make this app work. Oh, okay, cool. That all worked. So we will do that. So let me get my bearings here. Okay, oh yeah, we didn't need this either. Can remove that as well. Or did I need that? I'm not sure if I needed that. I don't think so. Nope, I didn't need that. Okay, so let's delete this. We are cleaning up our test code. And I think, where was that interface at? Oh, I already deleted it. I defined it. Okay. Now, do we need to keep this? Do we need to keep this? We might have to keep this. Yes, I believe we have to keep this. Let's run what we have, just so I can make sure I know where I'm at. Because we just deleted a lot of code. You like my angular cup there? You like that? Huh? Alright. Make sure... Here's our Outlook. Okay, our dialog still launches. That's good. Okay, so when we click this button... Okay, we broke the close. So I do need to uncomment this code. So this code... Yeah, I remember now. Okay, so what we're doing here... Oh, actually, I should do this. What am I doing? I should be able to do this. Shouldn't? Yeah, I could do that. Cool. Okay, so what we're doing is we have this dialog, a ribbon dialog. And this specific dialog, if we open it up, has a region in it. Actually, multiple regions. And we're using this region to inject or navigate to views when the dialog launches, okay? So, we also need to be able to close this dialog. So right here, I have this iDialog aware interface, and this interface is a Prism interface. So we're going to just utilize what's there. And we need to hook into the request close. So when this is invoked, we can close our dialog, or if we hit the X button of the window, we can hook into that and prevent closing if necessary. In order to do that, what we have to do is we have to grab the active view. Okay, and we'll do that by getting it in the region. Now, I know that the active view, for once, can be the only view in this region. And I know for a fact that that needs to be an iDialog aware. And, you know, if I really want to make sure, I could say something like, you know, if dialog aware is null, then we could throw an exception. An argument null exception. Dialog aware is null. So, I would say that's fine. Dialog aware. Okay. So we could do something like that if we really want to make sure that we're protecting ourselves and that whoever's implementing this code, we steer them down the right path, right? Next, we want to uncomment this because essentially we have this close handler that we want to close the window. We also want to make sure we can close the window before it actually occurs. So we have a closing handler, right? And when this invokes, because we're going to hook into the Windows closing event, we're going to call a method on our ViewModel to make sure we're allowed to do that. So we need that. Oh, we definitely need this. This handler is going to invoke when the window is loaded. And we're essentially going to hook into the request close action of the iDialog interface. So when we make this call here, see this request close right there off this interface, we make this call. That will actually raise this method, which is defined right here, which will close the window. And then what's this? Oh, and then of course we have to have this, which is when the window is closed, we want to unhook all of our event handler. Oh, so I need to do this. Let's do this here. We got to remove that as well. We don't want any memory leaks, do we? No, we don't. All right. I think this is good. Let's run this, and we should be back to being functional. And we can just move forward now. No more dialogues. Let's get away from dialogues. 3 streams on dialogues is enough. All right. So I should be able to open this. I should be able to close this. Yep. Close message view. Don't close it. And it stays open. Close it. Yes. And it closes. Perfect. And then let's obviously test. Make sure our button, which is actually a close button right now. We'll close that. Do we want to close? No. Close it. Do we want to close? Yes. Okay. Perfect. That works as expected. Next, let's look at where we're calling this. We're raising this from the message list view model. Let me close that. Let me close this. All right, message list view model. Okay, this is not a dialog, so let's remove that code as well. Request close. Let's see, what else is in here that can... Okay, get rid of that. We don't need... Oh, on dialog... Oh, we might want to handle on dialog opened, actually. We probably want to do that. I think I have this back to normal. So we're showing our ribbon dialog. Message view. Okay. And for now... Ooh, let's see. Because this specific app, I know for a fact, I don't need to pass in the region name. Where are we calling this? Where are we calling this? Oh, I guess we can keep it that way. Yeah, we have this nice little extension method. Okay, we'll keep it the way it is. It's fine. It's fine. Ignore me. So another thing we have to do is we have to handle parameters, right? We got to be able to pass data to this dialog so my view model can handle it. And let's go to this. Close that. So essentially, since we're implementing iDialog where here, we have this on opened that we want to be able to pass some parameters. So let's do that, shall we? Let's add. Oh, let's go to our interface. Nope, I don't need to think about it anymore. Don't need to think about it anymore. I've made my decision. All right, let's add iDialog parameters. Okay, and we'll call it dialog parameters. Now, just so everyone is aware, when I wrote the dialog service for Prism, I had a tough choice to make. I had to decide if I was going to use navigation parameters or create a new interface for dialog parameters. I decided to go with a new interface for dialog parameters just to keep the API consistent, right? But I think I'm going to do some more abstraction here. I think I have to, actually. That'll be a different stream. You can help me out when we talk about some Prism development. And then dialog parameters. Okay, so now we're passing that in. And should we make that... Should we make that optional? Maybe. No, not actually. In this case, it won't be optional because in this case, we are going to pass parameters every single time. There's no point in showing this ribbon dialog without passing a parameter, so we will leave that required. So now if we go to our dialog service, we need to add our iDialog parameters. Okay. So how do we want to do this? I could just do this. Dialog aware dot on dialog opened, right? And pass in the parameters. Oh, but I called it dialog parameters. Just like that. So, Jason Sullivan. Hi, Brian. Was not aware you were doing this. Love Prism, but have always struggled with it. I'm going to need more coffee and queue up the previous streams over the next few days. Yes! We have done quite a few streams I wanted to take. But yes, watch the previous ones, catch up. And I'll share the link to the GitHub as well during this stream. So you can have access to all the code. And as always, if you have any questions... Actually, you know what? I'll just do it right now. Let me open this up. I need a new window. And it was github.com. Where did I put that? I put that under Brian Lagunas, right? Oh, right there. So I will paste this in the chat, and feel free to grab what's there. Although it's changing, but grab what's there. Alrighty, so we are opening this from here. So let's do, although it's changing, but grab what's there. Alrighty, so we are opening this from here. So let's do a new dialog parameters. Actually, I don't want to do this inline. Let's keep it clear what's going on. Parameters. New dialog parameters. And then look at this. Just like that. Okay. So now we have to decide what we're going to pass. For now, I'm going to say parameters.add ID. We'll get rid of the magic strings a little bit. And then we'll pass the selected message.id. Yeah, that looks right. So what we want to do is we want to hit a breakpoint right here and just make sure our logic is working. I want to make sure this dialog is actually getting those parameters. Oh, and we need to fix this message box.show thing. We need to get rid of that. Whew. That's a big no-no. All right, so button. Ah, okay, what's this? Oh, I didn't select the message. So this might be a good option or good time to do like a can execute. Oh, I'm getting some followers. All in winner. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, now might be a good time to put in a can execute. So I got to rethink like this message command. Let's I kind of want to reuse this message command because I have a new message, or you can double click and open another message, right? So I have to know if it's new or not. So I need to think about that a bit. For now, let's just keep it simple. For now, I'm just going to say if the selected message equals null, we're going to return out of this. Don't even do anything. We'll come back to this. Let's just see how this plays out first. Because I think I'm going to pass an action, right? Like new or open, something like that. Like, I think I want to, I don't know. I mean, I could have a command for each one. I don't know. Because we're going to have a reply, right? We're going to have some different actions we can do with this email. So let's think about that some more, but I just want to make sure I'm passing parameters for now. One problem at a time. One problem at a time. And I really wish, man, I wish when I debug, it would remember which screen it was on. I could probably hard code that actually. Okay, so that worked. So let's select a message. And maybe we should fix this to where it automatically selects a message. How about that? That would be great, huh? Okay, hit a button. And we're in our dialog now. And we should, yep, okay. ID equals 1, perfect. That worked. So, wait, what's this button do again? Closes, okay. Couldn't remember. So let's stop this, so that works. The last problem we have to solve is we may have to handle like a return, like some type of callback, right? So when this closes, I can get like some type of data back. And so we're reusing the Prism infrastructure. Meaning we're using its dialog aware interface, which so when we request close, we're passing a dialog result. Okay. So I'll just do a callback. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Actually, I think that's what I did in the Prism one. Actually, let's look at what I did. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Yeah, there's my callback. Just copy this. Boop. And we need to add that here. And to our extension method. That way we can pass our callback in here. And if you're wondering, like, well, actually, okay, let's do this. Let's take this out into its own class, just to make it a little easier to follow. So we've updated our interface for show. We added a callback, but we also have some extension methods that make our API, our consuming API, a little cleaner, right? Because our region name is hard-coded for this application. So I could either have an extension method or I could just update our interface to remove the region name. Since this is specific to this application, maybe we should just do that. Or maybe we should leave it the way it is, just in case we need another region-based dialog. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Should we keep it the way it is, or should we update the interface to be specific to this implementation? You know what? I'm just gonna make it a call. I'm making the call right now. Specific to this implementation, and if I need it, I'll add it back. For now, we're gonna hard code it. Alrighty, so get rid of this class. I'm a big fan of don't add it unless you need it. I know I used to be in the mindset of what if one day I need to do this? What if one day, you know what? That's a dangerous game when you're coding. Dangerous game. Code what you need, add it later if you really need it. Now granted, there are some like overall architecture decisions that you can make to kind of future-proof yourself. But when it comes to things like this, don't add it unless you need it. Oh, I had a new follow, and I'm sorry I missed the name, but thank you for the follow. If you want to just add in the chat who you were real quick, because I was looking at my screen. Not my stream over here to the left. Alright, so we hard-coded that. Let's update this. We need this callback. Oh, dang it. We need a action of dialog result callback. Yeah, that looks right. And then yeah, I guess. Let's see. I think I do my callback in here when it's closed. Yep, request close. Yep. Okay. Callback dot invoke, right? Hold on. How did I do that? I had a brain fart. Hello, I'm Korean. Name is Young. Welcome, Young. Thank you for following. We are just playing with some dialogues here. Oh yeah, I have a result. Oh, I need a result. Ugh. Gotcha. Okay. Callback. Yeah, that's what we need. So in Prism, very interesting. This is a slightly different approach, but maybe I could take the Prism approach. Maybe. But that would require something. Let's look at our base here. Oh, well, we definitely have to call onClosed. Let's do that. So dialog aware. OnClosed. Not can closed. On dialog closed. So we got that. And then we need to do. This is what we need to solve. Get result. And so when we close right here, closed handler. Yep. Okay, I got it. Got it. We need to go back to our ribbon dialog window. Dialog window. We will just utilize Prism's infrastructure again. Right, so our window will hold the result. So we just add this interface to our dialog window. It's going to hold our result. So here, when we close, we're going to set window.result equals, oh, not 0. Oh. And if it makes it easier to understand what this is, I'll call it result. There. Makes it more clear. And then, if, okay, var result equals window dot result. If result equals null, result equals new dialog result, and it's going to be empty. And we can say callback dot invoke result. Does that make sense? I think that's right. Let's test it, shall we? Let's go to our message mail list view model. And we probably want to make the callback optional. So let's do that. Let's do that for sure, because maybe we don't need a callback. Maybe we do. No, we'll probably always need a callback. I'm going to leave it for now. So we'll say, no, not dialog result. No, not that. Okay. Is my syntax wrong? Maybe I think my syntax might be wrong. Is that right? I think my syntax is messed up. Oh! Wait a minute. That's what it was. Ha ha ha. Remember we removed that extension method. That's what I was using. Okay, so region dialog service show result. So a var test equals result. So let's hit a breakpoint here. And let's make sure this works. So Young, if I wanted to say hello in Korean, how would I say that? I speak Japanese, but I've always been curious about Korean. Maybe I should start learning Korean too. Is Japanese and Korean so vastly different where it might make it impossible for me to learn? I'm curious. Okay. Oh, I broke something. What'd I break? Oh, I didn't break anything. It looks like we have to select one by default because even that tripped me up. Okay, we got to fix that problem. So here's that. I'm going to hit a button. Close. No. Close. Yes. And we have a result. Sweet. Okay. Let's do this. Let's make sure this is the correct result though. So you see where I'm closing this? Let's do this. I want some dialog parameters. You know, we should probably use a tuple for this, just to make the API a little easier. Okay. Yeah. Well, these are iDialog parameters, but okay, we'll make it explicit. How's that? Do I need a pass? Oh yeah, I probably have to pass it in. DCGA, hey Brian, thanks for doing this. This series is gold. Thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback. Really do. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's what's going on. Is this not the Prism result? No, that is. That's dialog result. Oh, button result. I forgot I even had this. Okay. Young has replied. I'm going to butcher this. Annyeong haseyo means hello. Is that right? Did I get close? Annyeong haseyo. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. Alright, so we'll go button result dot. Okay. Or yes. Doesn't matter. Okay, perfect. Oh, sweet. I did a good job. Thank you, Young, for teaching me. I'm sure I could use some improvement. All right, so just to clarify what's going on here. This dialog result object, we are leveraging the Prism dialog infrastructure and objects. So although we created our own region-based dialog service, we are utilizing Prism's dialog result, dialog parameters, and the iDialog aware objects. Okay. So the dialog result provides you information about how the dialog was closed. So you have this button result, and it maps to essentially what you would see in like a message box, right? Abort, cancel, ignore, no, none. Okay, retry, yes. Okay. And then you could pass parameters, which we did here. So now, from the calling view model, we can run this, and we should be able to get that information from this result if we hooked everything up correctly, which I think we did. I think we did a good job. And drag this back over. Launch. Oh, I did it again. Did it again. We got to have a selected one. Here we go. Okay. Launch or dialog. Close. Do you want to close? Yes. So now, here's our result. Yes. And here we go. Sweet. Test ID and then close from VM. Perfect. Now, let's see what happens if we open the dialog and just close it from the X. Result none and no parameters. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So I think we have the bulk of our problems solved. I'm going to just empty that out for now. When it comes to the dialog, I think we can wrap the dialog up for now. We're opening a dialog. We're passing parameters to the dialog. What else are we doing? We're getting a callback from the dialog. Yep. Okay. On closed. We're letting the dialog know that it's been closed. So in our view model here, we can do any cleanup if we needed to, right? Fire any messages. Maybe we can send out some event aggregator for some status bar updates or something like that. Something like that. Okay, so here, okay. Can close. This is no code. So let's go ahead and delete that test code. That was just test code. For now, we will just use we'll just return true for now. And we don't need this region manager anymore, because that was just, I was using that to explain something in the last stream that is not actually used. We'll need to think about what we call this. This is probably going to be send, actually. If we look at what Outlook does, we have the send button. You know what? I probably need... Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. First, let's back up. I get ahead of myself. I need a quick and dirty way. Where's my mail list view model? I want to select a message automatically. So I can do that on Navigator 2. So messages. Am I going to have a null message? Is it possible? Did I set that up? It's possible. It's possible for me to have, unless I just do this. Okay, now I won't have any null messages. Sweet. Okay. So I can do selected. Let's try this. Selected message equals messages dot first or default. And then we'll need to add link. And that should select. That should select our first message, right? I think so. I think that's an easy fix. Probably the easiest one we'll run into. Here I am coding a WPF app with Infragistics and Prism, and I have my Angular glass. All right, so, yep, it worked. There we go. Selected message. We get the first one. It's all selected in the grid. Everything's beautiful. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty. So now, what I want to do now, let's create a new tab. Because right now, our message view, we're using the home tab just as an experiment. But we're actually going to move this along a little bit. So we got to create a tab specifically for sending those emails. So we'll create a new user control. We'll call it a message tab. And then I should be able to do some copy and paste here. So we'll take this, copy. I hate all this mess. Don't need that. Probably don't need any of that either. Copy, copy, copy. Paste. Delete that. We'll grab this here. Paste it in there. Okay, caption, we'll say like send. Right? Something like that. And then send a message command. So I need to rename this command to send message. Okay. That should get me where I need to go. Let me do. Okay. That looks good. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Ooh, almost made a mistake. We got to go to this code behind and delete this. And I want to make sure we get our styling right. Oop, not cut. Just copy. Put that in there. And then, of course, I support data context. Perfect. Now, for those of you that may have missed a stream. Oh, wait. Got a question here. Hi, Brian. I really appreciate these videos and your time and efforts on them. I will start a WPF project soon. These will really help me to understand how things should be applied properly. Well, thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the kind words. And yes, that's the that was the whole point of this. Is I want to. There's a lot of information, not necessarily good, like on Stack Overflow. I don't personally respond to Stack Overflow anymore because I think it's a toxic environment and I don't like it. However, I see a lot of bad advice on Stack Overflow, like a lot of bad advice when it comes to Prism. And so I'm like, man, I need to do a series just to kind of walk through a real application, like kind of what you would really see and solve a lot of problems. And you'll see how easy it really is. It's really not hard. You just got to take one problem at a time. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. Okay. Now, what I was about to say is if you missed one of those previous streams and you see this I support data context, you're like, what is this interface? Well, what this interface does is allows us to share the data context from the main view being injected into our dialog with the ribbon. What do I mean by that? Well, let's go ahead and modify this a bit. And I'll show you. You'll want to go back and watch the previous streams because we did something really cool. Really cool. Let me get to my... Okay, so we have this dialog service that we created, right? And we're injecting this view into it. Well, our views are associated with ribbon tabs. So when a view pops in, we want to make sure that ribbon tab changes depending on the view that we're looking at, right? So we created this awesome infrastructure that allows us to use this attribute to define what tabs belong to what views. So in this case, I'm going to add a tab. I'm going to add the message tab. Okay. So let's run this. Now, all I did was add that attribute. Check this out. Trust me, you're going to want to go see the past streams. This is awesome. And it was so easy to do. So easy. It was almost too easy. It should be a crime it was so easy. Is that the cops at my door coming to arrest me because I made things too easy? Okay, that was a dumb joke. Dumb joke. All right. So here's our message view. And there's mail. See that? Sweet. Oh, wait a minute. I should have two because I added one, didn't I? I added one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So message tab. Because right now we're still getting the home tab. But what happens when I... Hold on, let's debug. I don't think we tested multiple. I don't think we tested multiple. Let me run the message tab to the top. We might have to go modify some code right quick. I'm glad I tested this, because I think we might only be handling one tab. Is that true? Let's find out. Open this. Oh no, they're both there. Oh, you can't see it because okay, it works. False alarm. Hehehe. You just can't see the tab because message tab. I didn't put a header or caption. Is it header or caption? Caption? Nope. Header? Yeah, header. Header, we'll call this, we'll just say message tab. I just want to see this. All right. False alarm. Let's double check this. Yeah, I don't write bugs. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not a bug. This works perfectly. Okay, now we should see two tabs. So here's our window. I'm going to show this dialog. Bam! Two tabs. And because each tab implements an I support data context interface, this is our message view. So this view model for that view is set as the data context for this tab. All right, so both these tabs data context are calling commands that exist on the message view model. So when I hit close here, it closes it out. Pretty sick, right? But here, if I hit this button, I don't have anything connected to this command. So it won't work. Nothing's going to click because that is called message command and I don't have a message command. But that's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's awesome. Greetings, Alexi. Thanks for joining. We are just trying to wrap up this dialogue stuff so we can focus on more cool stuff. Yeah, so that's how that works. A simple attribute, and you can add as many tabs as you want to any control. Very easy, very easy. Okay, so we want our message tab on our message view. Something else we might want to do is test getting some data. Right? Yeah, so we're passing. Yep. Okay. So this is the message view model. So incoming, when it opens, we want to grab the message ID. So let's do this. I'm going to... Is that an int? Let's go to our... I forgot. Mail message. Yes, it's an int. Okay. So I'll just say int message ID. Now, I might want to make that nullable. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide in a minute. Okay. Now what we want to do. Message ID equals parameters dot get value, which is an int. And we call it, what do we call it? ID. We'll get rid of this magic string in a little bit. We'll create a constant for that. So we get the ID, or maybe we don't even need to get the ID. What if we just load? Yes. Okay. We need the iMail service for one. Okay. And then we could do this. So instead of storing that off, what if we did this? We get the ID. And then, well, we need a message. We definitely need a property for a message. Lexi, Brian, why Prism throw invalid cast exception? Can't convert prism.region and dependency object. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You're doing something wrong, I can tell you that. Can't convert a region into dependency object. Well, first off, a region is not a dependency object. So I don't know where you're using that code. But if you look at a region, actually, yeah, iRegion. Let's go to regions, iRegion collection. Yeah, see, these are not dependency objects. So I don't know what you're trying to do with the region, but a region is not a dependency object. Okay. All right, so we have our mail service. That means I think we have to add something. I think we're gonna have to add a method to our mail service. Mail service dot. Yeah, we have get inbox. We need a get message. We need a get message. Let's go back to our interfaces. And this will be mail message. Get message. Right? Get message with an int ID. That looks right to me. So let's go to our implementation, which is here. And since we're faking all this data, how do we want to fake this? How do we want to fake this? You know what I want to do? I want to get all the inbox, sent, and deleted items. Yeah, I want to get all those messages and search all of them. We need all... Okay. What's an easy way to do that? Observable collection mail message. Then I can say, messages dot add range. I could add a range, right? Isn't there add range? Or is that a list? Is that a list? Maybe it's a list. Maybe it's not observable. Maybe it's new list. Yes, new list. Add range. Inbox items. Yes. Messages dot add range. Sent items. Messages dot add range. Deleted it. So now we can search all our items depending on where we're coming from, because we have to think: are we opening this from the messages or the inbox? Are we which mailbox, are we getting this from? It could be any of these. And we have to make sure that all of our messages have a unique ID. So that's important too. Okay, and then we could say return messages dot where message, not messages. Isn't this right? Hold on. Do I need to add link? Yeah, okay, need to add my link. There we go. M dot ID equals ID. Right? That oh no. I'm not where. Oh yeah, maybe where. Maybe where? No, not where. What's the one? Oh, first or default. Like I only want, there's only gonna be one. It's only gonna be one. That looks right. I think that'll work. For our purposes, it will work. Then, okay, we need a property. This will be a mail message. Nope. Mail. We'll just call it message. Okay. So we have a property to... No. Yes, we want that one. We have a property to store... We don't need that. The message that we're going to data bind this view to. Right? So we get the ID. We have our mail service. Now we can say message equals mail service dot get message ID. Oh, this is beautiful. Look how easy this is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now let's update our view. Now I want to data bind to something just to make sure. Binding message dot, I don't know, subject. Let's just make sure we get something. Okay. I think we're good. All right, so we have this test. This is a test email subject. Remember, we're binding to the subject of this mail message. Brian, have you looked at how to make Prism work with Avalonia? It's the one thing I dislike from that project, no Prism. If I remember correctly, Avalonia is that open source doc manager. Is that correct? If so, you would just have to write a region adapter for that control to handle it. It should be easy. Oh, now I'm dropping frames. This is not good. This is where I'm at. And Twitch is fine for me. You're good on Twitch. Yeah, see, I feel bad if I keep going and leave all the YouTube viewers out. Like, I feel bad. Maybe I should just stop on YouTube and just do Twitch only. Then I don't have to worry about going through all these servers and all these delays, and it might just be easier. Yeah? I mean, I still upload all my streams, my backups to YouTube. I still do that. So that's something. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the stream today. Well, remember where I'm going to check in the code that we have now. And then I'm going to think hard about how I want to stream. Because I actually get about 50-50. I get about 50-50. Half my users, like if there's 20 on Twitch, I'll have 20 on YouTube. But maybe in the next stream, it'll be my last stream for both platforms. And I just tell everyone on YouTube, I'm streaming on Twitch. Because Restream is just too unreliable. I have to focus on one platform so that the quality is good. I mean, you're spending your time with me. You might be at lunch. It might be 3 a.m. You're in Korea? What time is in Korea? That's crazy. I want to make sure that you're learning. Like, I'm taking, advantage of the time that you're giving me, and I'm providing value. And this does not provide value. So I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that a lot. I just feel bad, I feel bad. I want this to work. But if I can't reliably stream to both YouTube and Twitch, then I need to pick one. And maybe Twitch is just what I pick. I don't know. It seems more stable. All right. Well, it looks like I'm losing connection again. So thank you everyone for joining me. And I'm going to type this because thank you everyone for joining me. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. We will try again on Tuesday. I may decide to stream only on Twitch to help eliminate this problem in the future. All right. Zolex, thank you very much for the kind words. Despite everything, it was as good as always. It could have been better. We were making good progress. So next Tuesday, I will try again, and I will have a conversation with my YouTube users, and we'll talk about it. Should I just stream on Twitch and everyone just go to Twitch, and then I take my archive videos and just upload them to YouTube? I think that's what I'm going to do. I got to make sure my stream is consistent. So, all right, everyone. Thank you very much. I will see you next Tuesday, same time, same place, hopefully without issues. See you next time.